Now entering Nerdist.com.
You guys are in for a treat today. Holy shit.
Guys,
Fuck.
You're not even going to believe the oral treats we have. That's AURAL.
Yeah.
You have to bring your own mouth treats. But this is candy for your ears.
Yeah.
We have a fantastic show for you today. Definitely one of the most memorable.
Wow, this is just... Listen. Huge fan of this sketch.
Yeah.
I've been a fan since I was a wee lad, fucking 12 years ago. 10 years ago when I was, in my teens.
He's since grown.
Or whatever, since grown. Huge fan of this next guest, and it was such a fun treat to have him in the studio.
I never thought we'd be able to get him, but thank goodness.
I'm so glad we did. I'm so glad he was in town, and I'm so glad he took the time to record with us. It was such a fun, I can't even explain how much. I love all of the previous guests we've had, but currently this experience. My top.
He definitely set a bar that is going to be difficult to match.
Yeah.
But, we'll let you be the judge. We'll let you be the judge, Judy, and executioner.
Absolutely. And our next guest is a fan of T-shirts. He's a fan of white T-shirts.
Yes.
And speaking of T-shirts, that brings us to today's sponsor.
Oh, are you talking about T-Fury?
I am talking about T-Fury.
My goodness.
My
let me
Fury.
tell you, T-Fury, not just a rage that you enter into when you have a nice cuppa.
Yeah.
It is your original pop culture T-shirt destination, selling unique designs every day since 2008.
Every day since 2008.
Yeah, and you can snag their T-shirts for only 24 hours only, starting at midnight. But, there's something beautiful about the ephemeral quality of only having 24 hours to do that.
Yeah, it gives you, you feel a part of a community knowing that there's only so many out there.
Exactly. It's like a red badge of courage, but a T-shirt that you wear.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an appropriate metaphor, but I'm going with it.
It works.
Anyway, say your...
I was gonna go slightly off color, but I'm glad we're not.
Perfect.
Going that way with
no, let's not. We'll do that. We'll let the podcast take care of that.
Talk about badges.
Listen, say you're missing a T-shirt from the past and you want to get it again. What do? You head to the T-Fury Gallery, where you can buy some old designs that are still in print and vote on others to come back from the dead. Now, every 2 to 4 weeks, what does T-Fury do? Well, they add more designs from their gallery, so be sure to keep an eye out for the return of your favorite T-shirts. Now, Razzle, you're probably wondering.
I'm wondering.
As I've been wondering.
Absolutely.
What kind of fandoms do they cover?
Well, first we gotta figure out what fandom
and
means.
Topics.
we gotta figure out what fandom and topics mean.
We know what fandoms and topics mean. If we don't, we are not qualified to host this podcast.
Qualified.
Anyways,
it's got all sorts. It's got from
gaming,
science fiction,
sci-fi, anime, movies,
video games,
TV, popular culture,
pop culture, time travel.
Wear the zeitgeist on your sleeve, quite literally, or lack thereof. It's a T-shirt.
Yeah, T-shirts.
The T-shirts change daily, so be sure to check back as often as you'd like. You'll always find a new design.
Yep.
And do not forget about the T-Fury After Hours sale. Did you forget? Don't. If you missed the day's shirt by only a little bit, they keep the sale going into the wee hours of the morning just for you.
Yeah.
So, check out tfury.com/nerdist
and
see what today's shirt is all about.
They also have really cool contests, right? So you can design a shirt and submit it, and people will vote on it and all of that. And
if you can dream it, you can wear it.
If you design it, they will wear it.
Yeah,
they will come and wear it.
So
tfury.com/nerdist.
And, guys,
without
there's been so much ado, so let's have no further ado.
So much ado. This is a really great guest, a really great musician, rock star, fan of partying.
Yes, party master, Generalissimo.
I've been calling this episode the Today We Learned Partycast. Because this gentleman loves to party. He loves everything. He's very, very
He's
fun.
enthusiastic about life, and you should be enthusiastic about this podcast.
So I'd like to start this off with just a phrase of, when it's time to podcast, we will podcast hard. Today we learn number 32 with Andrew W.K.
Today we learn. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Rock and roll, right on. So
well said.
As we start, as our listeners know, we start every episode with our guests providing either a fact about themselves or something they learned recently. So, Andrew, what do you got for us? No pressure, any.
Jeez, you did give me a bit of background on the series here, and that was helpful. But you did not tell me about this, and that's good. boy, something I learned.
Or something about yourself that
I also learned,
or just
that someone else would be surprised to learn.
A fact about you that maybe your fans or our fans don't know about you.
I didn't know that comic books were actually still printed.
Yeah, they're bigger than ever, especially now that there's so many superhero movies at the box office. It's
huge.
Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
Well, here's a fact. Andrew, it's no surprise to your fans, as well as if our listeners don't know about you. Andrew's a huge fan of partying. He's an advocate of partying, and he's a huge advocate of pizza, as am I myself. I love pizza.
Who's not a pizza advocate?
Well, some folks.
Some folks don't like pizza. You have a pizza guitar.
That's right.
And also, you were raised in Michigan.
That's correct.
Much like myself, I was raised in Michigan. I was raised in Bay City, Michigan.
All right. Bay City Rollers.
Yep. They are from Switzerland or Scotland.
England.
And they threw a dart. I don't know if I mentioned it on this podcast, but they threw a dart at a map, and it landed actually on Bay City, Michigan.
On Saturday night.
Saturday night.
All right.
But anyways, back to Michigan and pizza.
That's right.
The Domino, this is a little fun fact about the Domino's pizza. The logo, the Domino's pizza logo has 3 dots because that's how many stores there were in 1969.
Oh, no fooling.
Yeah, they planned to add a new dot for every store that opened, but that was quickly scrapped as the franchise grew super rapidly. It was in 1960, Tom Monahan and his brother James purchased Dominic's, a small pizza store in Ypsilanti, Michigan, near Eastern Michigan University, and that was the original Domino's Pizza there. Then in 1965, Monahan renamed the business Domino's Pizza Incorporated. In 1967, the first Domino's Pizza franchise store opened in Ypsilanti, and the company logo was originally planned to add a new dot for every new store, but it fucking blew up, and they just kept it with 3 dots. They kept it there with 3 dots.
Can I respond to this?
Absolutely,
yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Because I've been ordering a pan pizza every single night since last Thursday.
Okay.
I was telling my friend, my bass player actually, I'm playing a rock and roll band, and my bass player Blake, he loves pizza, as so many of us do. And I was sort of, sharing my trials and tribulations, my struggles with pizza, my joys, my triumphs, and my sorrows, and I've been hung up. I've been strung out on this pan pizza that Domino's invented. I don't know if this is news to other people, but to me, it was a big deal. Now, we all remember, I guess like 3 years ago when Domino's said, okay, we suck.
Yeah,
we're sorry.
And and they apologized.
Yeah, they
for
did.
And that was very radical advertising and marketing, so we understand that. It was just a trick, and we fell for it, and that was fun. But then they actually chose to, even more recently, make a new pan pizza. Now, I, like a lot of folks, said, what's pan pizza? What's the difference between a regular hand-tossed pizza? It's not deep dish. It's just in a pan.
Really?
Yeah, so it's it's a buttery crust. It's very flavorful. It only comes in size medium.
Okay.
Which means if you want the amount of toppings you would normally get on a large, ask for extra toppings. Double cheese, obviously, for me. Double pepperoni, double sausage, anything you want.
Yeah.
It is deep, but it's not too chewy.
Now, is it round as well, or is it a square?
No, it is round.
It is round.
Yeah, we're not.
Does it?
This is not Little Caesars. Please.
Also
please.
from Michigan. Also,
This is not carry out.
Also
Yeah, that's
founded in the Detroit area of
That
Michigan.
is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a great area for pizza.
So it's round.
evidently.
So Domino's has hand-tossed round pizzas and pan round
It's
pizzas.
shaped like a circle.
Okay, now which one do you prefer?
Wait, what?
Do you prefer hand-tossed or
No, pan pizza. Yeah, that's
Pan's
the whole
the way
thing.
to go?
Pan pizza is. I'm caught up.
Yeah.
So does it combine? Would you say it combines the best elements of hand tossed and deep dish into one Henry Clay-like great compromise?
I don't really know what to say. All I know is that if they heard us, and they probably will have, and they probably are, talking about this, then I will get that extra $10 taken off my next order because they told me to talk about that pan pizza. So
just use the offer code Andrew W.K.
It is. It really is good though, and I got in this situation where I'm trying to hold out.
Yeah.
That's my lot in life at this point. I'm holding out.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. I don't know. Like a lot of your life can be striving for things.
Yep.
Going for goals and trying to achieve them. And right now, I'm trying to hold myself back. I've almost overshot. at being a human or just or at ordering pan pizza. I guess that's
you're too good at ordering pan pizza.
You exceeded expectations.
Whoa, life! I gotta slow down here.
If there is one thing that I can say I've done very well at, it is picking that phone up and ordering that delicious pan pizza. And I've done it every night. And that's the problem. So
yeah. Especially like the internet, like on the iPhones or whatever, you have that app where you can just click order now and it'll come right to you.
There's even some video games now where you can type a command /pizza and it'll deliver one to your house.
As part of the game?
Yeah, it's some games like I know EverQuest did that. EverQuest 2, I think. It's just it was a partnership with Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make getting pizza as easy as possible. And I just pulled up pizza.com. The average person, each person in America eats roughly 46 slices of pizza per year.
Per year?
Per year.
Okay.
That's on average. So that's like taking everyone.
That's people like near
that's
death
people,
and babies that were, can't eat anything.
Baby, they don't account for it's just people in hospice care, babies.
I would like to say, let's look at humans.
Okay. Yes.
That are thriving, can still amble and march and, they're not near death in either way. Because a baby is near death in reverse.
Yeah.
That's sort of the...
Unless they have Benjamin Button disease, in which case they are near death.
Yeah.
You are a silly goose. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's awesome.
Well, anyway, so I was saying, with this pizza, today, for example, I'm traveling. So this was a huge opportunity to not order pan pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I got to the hotel and I asked the front desk, how late do you have deliveries and all that. And here I am, I'm setting myself up for success or failure, depending how you look at it. And but I will say I have not ordered pan pizza yet today.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
If you are going to get pizza today, may I recommend going to Garage Pizza in Silver Lake. Because it's fantastic.
Silver Lake?
Well, he's here for a few days, so don't get it today.
Yeah.
But on Saturday, I think you're playing a show in town on Saturday.
That's right. Yeah.
Is that your fault? Now, here's because I'm thinking about coming. I noticed on your website. Originally, I didn't think you're
thinking about coming.
Well, that's what I mean.
I always am. To one of your shows.
Gee whiz.
Well, because it was kind of confusing. I didn't realize you were playing a show in town. I thought you were just in town for a bit before you start your tour.
That's right.
But there was also, because you got 2 dates. You got one on Friday, which is a private party or a private thing. And then
no, it's not private.
Because on the website it said like a party or something, and then on the Saturday it says solo show or whatever. So I was kind of confused as to which is which.
Okay, well, first of all, Friday was very last minute, but this is a gentleman that I've partied with before, and he is based in New York.
Okay.
It's Jonathan Tubin.
Okay.
And he's having a dance-off.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
It's a contest, but in the best way. It's very friendly, and you dance, and he plays records. Neil Hamburger
very
is in
nice.
town.
Very
He'll be hosting.
Oh, very funny comedian.
Wow.
Yeah, he is.
That's his Twitter feed. If you don't follow Neil Hamburger on Twitter, just follow it.
Or just listen to his stand-up, because he has...
Why would someone be talking about...
And why? It's so good. Yeah. If the sounds of phlegm being cleared from a throat bothers you, you may want to not, but otherwise check him out.
What makes Andrew W.K. talk about pan pizza so...
That is spot on.
And I've tried to reason with him. You can't reason with him. I say, Ryan, comedians and pan pizza, these are the best things that we have in the world.
Yeah.
And I say, some of these pizzas that appear larger than life, they taste larger than life. And he doesn't, he acts like I'm crazy and babbling, as I probably was.
So then the Saturday show's a regular show. You performing with your band.
Well, no. It's actually it's a special event.
Okay,
and thank you for asking.
Night.
Yes, it is. It's on Saturday night. Saturday night. It is. It's not the Bay City Rollers, but it is Andrew W.K. for Music Saves Lives.
Okay.
Now, this is a great organization, actually, that I've worked with before through the Warped Tour.
Okay, I love Warped Tour.
Yep, they work a lot with Warped Tour. Kevin Lyman. Yep, there we go. So and they're doing this is their kickoff party for another great year of health, wellness. Saving lives through not just music but through positive action.
Okay,
and I'm going to be taking a lot of action in the form of headbanging. And keep a lot of positivity in there as well. So the good thing is you can get in just by RSVPing and donating your blood through the Gibson guitar store there.
Okay.
You know Gibson?
Yeah, Gibson. Yeah, absolutely. I got a Les Paul.
Okay.
I had one. I mean, it's in Michigan right now.
Close enough. But yeah, they have their showroom down there in Beverly Hills, and you can donate blood there, and you get a free pass. And either way, I think it's pretty easy to get in. So let's party. I mean, is this going live? Are people going to hear
no,
this?
this is being recorded right now. This is just for our
but
knowledge.
You should still check out Music Save Lives and see how you can help out if there's another event coming up.
Why would someone? I'm just kidding. So anyway. So I did bring some goodies.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this because we are here. We're at Meltdown Comics.
Yes, we are at Meltdown Comics.
Legendary location, huge location here on Sunset Boulevard. Of course, one of the great streets of the world.
One of my favorite boulevards.
I'd like to say this is one of the great boulevards of the world.
I would say so.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, we can say New Delhi or Delhi, whatever. India.
Yeah.
London. England.
Yeah, they got boulevards. They got circles. They have parkways.
They do have a lot of. They have parkways. They have driveways.
Parkway Drive.
Yes,
a great band also played on Warped Tour.
Yep,
and that's what we're talking about. It's a good cause. Come out.
Yep.
It's Music Saves Lives. We're donating blood. It's all for a good cause. It's intense music, but it's also cheerful.
Yeah,
awesome.
And I think
awesome.
that's how
MusicSavesLives.org.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
I did bring some caviar.
He's got caviar.
Ooh.
I did because I don't know if you guys are aware, but just down the street here from Meltdown Comics, a new caviar store has opened.
Yes.
I was just going to say that's the one thing this boulevard's been missing. A new caviar store.
Oh yes, yeah, a new one. There was an old one, but you're talking about a new one.
Out with the old. Yeah. In with it. You want fresh caviar, right?
Aged caviar.
Aged. I don't. Does it apply to the same rules?
I mean, geez, if those little black balls get crusty enough.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
that really activates the flavor.
So here I have. This is this is like $25 worth, and it is. I mean, can you hear this?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh, there
Listen
we go.
To that.
Listen to that.
It's been uncorked.
It is here.
That's awesome. Caviar.
I guess you can't really hear me splitting.
So are you a caviar aficionado? Would you say?
No. I just saw that was a new store, and they said they opened a month ago. And
nice.
Actually, Marky Ramone introduced me to caviar in our travels to Russia, and this shop, they are from Russia, so I think this is pretty authentic caviar here.
Definitely legit.
That was a good tour, by the way. I seen you guys at the Fonda, I believe, over here.
Yes.
The old music box.
Yes, that's right.
That was a good show, by the way. I seen you back in December there. It was a good show.
Thank you very much. Yes, Marky Ramone on drums, and I'm singing, and we're doing a bunch of Ramone songs. Like 36 songs, actually.
Yeah. Oh. It was quite the show. If you missed it, you guys are bummers.
Yeah.
No.
If you missed it, it might happen again sometime in the future.
Fair enough.
So look forward to another chance.
Yes.
Anyway, the gentleman at the caviar store said, "Would you like a bread?" I said, "A bread?" He's like, "Yeah, you should have a bread," because I was just getting the
caviar
by itself. And so he did offer this, what he called a pancake.
It does kind of look like a pancake. It's like a small, not quite a silver dollar, but not quite your standard pancake size.
Yeah. No, it's a small and one round bread here. I don't know.
It's a round bread that resembles a bit.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll edit all this out.
No. Podcast always need a solid visual bit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So we got.
That's
Well, okay.
Well, while we were talking about food here, let's stay on the subject of food here.
Yes.
Chicken McNuggets. I don't know if you knew this, Andrew. Chicken McNuggets come in 4 different shapes. They only come in 4 shapes.
I thought it was just one nugget shaped.
Yeah,
I was aware of this actually.
Most people thought that, but in 2013, last year, McDonald's announced that the McNuggets come in bell-shaped, bone-shaped, boot-shaped, and ball-shaped.
Those all sound conspicuously exactly like one another. I'm sure the subtleties McNuggetologists will tell you that there are distinctions to be had, but I can't see it.
Yeah.
They're asking for trouble.
Yeah, this is like a Rorschach test for fried chicken nuggets.
If they say ball-shaped, they're asking. I mean,
exactly. Excuse me, I'd like a 6-piece nugget, only ball-shaped.
Well, and we know the boot one.
Yes.
We know that.
Everybody knows the boot one.
And I've seen some of the other shapes, and I watched actually a Canadian-produced McDonald's infomercial.
Yes, I seen that too.
Yes.
What?
It was
What is this?
it's basically to combat that. Like everybody on Facebook or the internet has seen the propaganda about the pink ooze.
Oh,
Pink paste.
The pink paste
The pink
being for
paste.
like chicken
Yeah,
McNuggets and all that.
Those
And
images
that's-
are pretty horrifying.
And that is false.
Yes.
So a Canadian
I would hope
false.
so.
a Canadian McDonald's corporation, a division of McDonald's Canada, released a infomercial, a YouTube video, you can find it, that actually shows how the chicken McNuggets are processed. And in that video, they also explain the 4 shapes of the McNuggets.
That's right.
And they go to show you, exactly how they're made. It's not with pink paste. It's not by grinding up cute little chickens.
Well, no,
It's
it
not by
actually
that.
is. That's what's so funny. Is there is this moment in the video where they basically do have a paste that they've created. And it's
Yeah.
not bad.
But it's, yes.
And she's like, so for all those folks out there that saw this photo, and they show the photo again,
Yeah.
this is really what it is. And it's very similar to the photo.
It's a white meat paste.
It's the white paste.
It's not pink ooze. It's white slop.
That's what's so silly about these situations.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that if you're going to process chicken, there's going to be some,
gonna be some fun.
intense stuff going on. But that's
Yeah.
fine. It still tastes good, texture's good, and it comes in the shape of a
Ball.
That's
ball.
right.
Yeah, that's why they had the chicken selects for a while for those discerning customers who wanted to spend a little bit extra to get all white meat chicken.
Non-shaped.
Yes, non-shaped. It's just select.
Would you like to try some of this?
I would love a little bit.
Okay,
of,
so I have caviar. This is $225 a pound.
wow.
So,
Just a little bit on there.
On
I
a
don't want to.
pancake. Well,
This is the first time caviar has been consumed on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying this is. You know what? I feel bad because my fingers are so greasy. I've been handling this pancake here. Why don't you just eat it pure?
Okay.
He's having it without
He's
any
having-
pancake.
Without any pancake.
Eat the whole thing. That's bad.
Eat the whole thing?
Yeah.
It's a lot of caviar. I don't
I know,
want
but
to. You
look,
sure?
I got a lot more.
All right,
You get a lot
you're
more
sure.
caviar.
Well, thank you.
He's eating the whole thing.
The whole
no, not
spoonful
that
of
much.
He ate a full tablespoon of caviar, ladies and gentlemen.
That is delicious.
That really is.
That is delicious.
It's creamy.
Yeah, it's creamy.
a
There's
full
nice and
tablespoon
salty.
of caviar.
It's
You heard
creamier
it.
than you'd expect. I know I've had like a very small tasting of caviar before,
You heard it here
and they're
first.
always very salty. And this is certainly salty, but it's
But not too salty.
No. It's a good saltiness.
And why do you think is it just that it's expensive and it's fancy, so people assume that it's good, or is it really that good?
I think it is. Well, it's anything that's difficult to harvest and tastes good acquires that delicacy status, and so people place a premium on it, and it's understandable. I get it. It's the same way people are the same way about uni, sea urchin at Japanese restaurants. It's sort of. Have you had uni before?
What's that, like a starfish or whatever?
No, it's sea urchin. It
Okay.
the meat kind of looks orangey.
Yeah.
And it's like also very creamy. It's also similarly expensive. Not as much as caviar, but
Like a blowfish or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, the verdict is thumbs up for the new caviar shop next to Meltdown Comics.
All right, and yeah, it is. It's just down the street. So next time you guys are recording and doing your podcast, why not pop in,
Exactly.
get $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 worth of
class up the joint a little bit.
Yeah.
caviar, and would you like some?
Oh no, thanks. I'm driving. Thanks.
Okay.
Come on, Aristotle.
I'm vegan.
He's vegan.
Okay.
That's okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So speaking of like sea creatures and all of that, and Andrew, you travel, you tour all over the place, all over the world
Yes,
performing.
yep.
Here's an interesting fact I learned about Antarctica the other day. Antarctica is considered the largest desert in the world.
A tundra.
Yeah, according to a desert. Deserts, tundras, I believe, are, I don't know the definition of tundra, but a desert, according to the internet here, a desert is a barren area of land where little precipitation occurs, and consequently living conditions are hostile for plant or animal life. Now, Antarctica, on average, is the coldest, driest, and windiest continent, and has the highest average elevation of all the continents. And Antarctica is considered a desert with an annual precipitation of only 200 millimeters or 8 inches along the coast and far less inland. So here's a quick rundown of the top 4 deserts. Number one is
one.
Antarctica Desert.
Antarctica?
Antarctica is the desert. It's the largest desert in the world. Arctic Desert is the second largest, so then you have the Sahara and the Arabian ringing out 3 and 4. So that's a little bit of desert trivia for everybody out there.
Wow.
Antarctica, you think it's just the pole, the South Pole or whatever, but it's the biggest desert in the world. Have you ever been to Antarctica, Andrew?
Nope.
Where's the coolest place you've been to, you think?
In temperature
or just
do temperature and then also do like just general like radness.
Okay, well, if it's temperature, it's probably I don't know, Canada, like northern Canada, or even Michigan. You know, where
Michigan
I grew up. I mean, it gets cold there. I remember that there was a winter where it really was 20 below, and I mean 20 below zero with the Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah, they'd all be dead. They'd all be icicles.
Or just,
Michigan can get cold.
Yeah, well, that even happened. I think that happened this year with the whole polar vortex. I have some relatives that are up in Madison, Wisconsin, and they had to cancel school several days because it was too cold. It was too dangerous for students who would be waiting for the bus outside, so they had to cancel school and stay inside.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that was cold. I guess that's the coldest place I've been, or Norway. I mean, but it really wasn't that much colder because there does come a point when you are bundled up.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's sort of bring it on, you know.
Yeah.
I have a big coat and long underwear, obviously, and socks and the big boot and whatever.
Yeah, at some point, cold is just cold.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't really tell the difference between 20 below and 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Except that it was a bit colder.
Yeah.
Beyond that, the coolest place is probably here.
Here?
Nice.
Right here, Meltdown Comics. That's what
I would
I'm
say
saying.
that's fair. Meltdown is a pretty rad place. There's all sorts of fun stuff going on.
I mean,
shows 7 nights a week.
We're on Sunset Boulevard, one of the great roads of the world, like you were saying.
Absolutely.
A lot of good stuff. So it's
that's awesome. Now, we're talking about comics here.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact about the Flash. The superhero The Flash. Everybody knows the world's fastest man.
Mm-hmm. Fastest man alive, although some comic book covers would have you disagree. They always had the classic battle of Superman versus the Flash, who is faster. It's got to be the Flash, because otherwise, why would he exist? Like, way to devalue him. Superman's very fast, but the Flash has to be just a tiny bit faster.
It's true. It's like infinity plus 1.
Yes.
It's like whatever he can do, I can do that much better, just so that I have something to have done.
It's like Michael Phelps and that one French dude.
Yeah, or
just like a hair of a second faster.
Or like the guy next to you on Price is Right. If you bet 100,
oh no,
he's gonna bet 101.
The worst.
Yeah, the Price is Right one upper. Fuck him. Anyways, the original Flash, the character of Jay Garrick.
Jay Garrick, the Golden Age Flash, wore it looked like an upside down colander on his head.
Yeah, with it looked like a minor.
Yeah.
He got the original Flash superhero got his powers from breathing in hard water steam. The character of Jay Garrick was created by writer Gardner Fox and artist Harry Lampert, and the character first appeared in the first issue of the anthology series Flash Comics in 1940. So it's been around for quite some time.
And that's Marvel? Is that Marvel?
That's DC.
Oh, DC.
currently.
Discovery Comics.
Yes.
Detective Comics.
Detective Comics.
Well, first you detect, then you discover.
Exactly. It's a twofold operation.
It takes one to make one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And subsequent Flashes for you viewers out there, you may know. Barry Allen. He was a sort of a crime scene investigator type, and he was in his laboratory late at night. He was struck by lightning that caused chemicals to spill on him, which gave him his super speed.
Yeah.
And is it based on Mercury? Is that the idea?
I think vaguely that's where that's where the idea comes from initially. Sort of that's where Jay Garrick's costume, the original Flash, was modeled after.
Okay.
Sort of that that famous image of like the wings.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the Red Wings,
yeah.
the flag on the wing on the boot and all that, like Mercury, the god of Mercury, the messenger to the gods.
Yes.
Right?
Red Wings when a woman's with the...
Yeah. Retro. Or with the Detroit hockey team.
Yeah.
Or the boot.
Yes.
Or the great company
Yeah.
that makes great work boots.
Yeah, I have a pair of myself. They are fantastic boots.
They are really good.
Today's episode brought to you by Red Wing Boots.
Okay.
Strap them on.
Yeah.
Actually, that's still on the Flash. I remember a while ago I got to interview Bill Nye, the science guy. And I asked him, Flash can famously vibrate his molecules so quickly that he can vibrate through solid objects. And I asked him if that would be something that's possible to do in real life if you were able to achieve such speeds. And he says that it depends on the polarity of water's molecules, but it would theoretically be possible. So Flashes could be in our future. So Usain Bolt, we're looking at you. Please try this at your earliest convenience and let us know.
He's a quick gentleman.
Yeah, we'll give you a gold medal forever and always if it works.
I was thinking about him, actually, just before I came on the show here, he ran very fast. And just a little bit faster than the other folks.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, it is so close, and it's that explosive energy. And it's such a short race that also, at the end, he's barely even sweaty. I mean, you're looking at these guys that just won a medal, and they've barely even broken a sweat.
Yeah.
So I would like to say I'll run you around the block twice or three times.
Yeah.
Then we'll see.
Yeah, you look at those poor people doing the marathon or the decathlon, you're like, or people that do ultra marathons, I can't even fathom how they have
that would be an
stamina
interesting
to
thing.
do so.
Usain Bolt does the short distance, right?
He does like
Very short.
He's the fastest man in the world. As long as you're just like, just run to the end of this hallway.
Yeah, as long as it's hallway distance.
He does not that fast.
Yeah, ask him to run a mile. He just
Usain
like,
Bolt.
I need to sit down.
That'd be something I'd be curious about, is how he would fare against the people who actually can run distances faster than
or have
others.
to catch a flight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He makes every connection.
I want to see Usain Bolt run through LAX carrying luggage.
Although his fastest, he has the fastest human foot speed on record, and that is 27.79 miles per hour.
He is fast.
Yeah.
He really is. He's quick.
Yeah.
And you can tell by how fast his body moves through space.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a quick guy.
He's a fast dude.
So
Fast gentleman.
Anyway, fast fellow.
Fast fellow. Now, Andrew, you're a musician.
Yeah,
This is
It is known.
It is known.
Thank you very much.
You write songs and you perform songs.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Disneyland?
I have, yes. 'Cause I was born in California.
Okay.
Nice.
Not too far from here. But my dad was still is a professor.
Yep, at University of Michigan.
He is now, and before that, he was a professor in Stanford.
Okay.
And he taught also at UCLA.
Okay.
So I have spent quite a bit of time, not just being born here, but good quality time in California, and part of that, of course, was going to Anaheim and Disneyland.
If you had to pick, what would be your favorite ride at Disneyland?
The submarine ride.
The submarine ride, okay.
When it was
before it was Finding Nemo.
Yeah, but I like that version too.
Yeah,
because the elements are the same.
Yeah, they kept the core of it.
Yeah. 20,000 Leagues was a good ride. That was a very good ride.
That was good too, but I like just there's something about being contained in a vessel.
Yeah.
I think it's very perhaps fetal. It's like you're returning to the womb.
Yeah.
And you're in this little enclosed space with bubbles and gas and
Mechanical mermaids.
strange sounds. And
that was a weird womb.
hey, we all have our wombs.
Exactly.
And we wouldn't be here if we hadn't had them. So
To each their womb.
Yeah.
well
Womb
said.
with a view.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, so I like that ride always, obviously. And then, other rides were also very fun. But that's the one that had the most impact, I think, in a very primal way.
Okay. Well, here's a couple of facts. Here's a fun fact about the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
That I found out.
Here we go.
Some of the best animatronics.
Some of the best.
Yes.
The originally, first off, the Pirates of the Caribbean was supposed to be a walkthrough. It was
Are you
just going to
saying
be.
Caribbean or Caribbean?
I think you can. How do you pronounce it?
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
I think the franchise.
Carry a ribbon.
I think the franchise is called Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's the Caribbean. That's the region.
The region is the Caribbean.
I don't know what we need a ruling on this from our. Hold on, let me call the guy who founded Sandals Jamaica.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, David Sandals, is this you?
Let's get.
Yes. How can I help you?
How do I pronounce the region in which your resorts exist?
Well, if you're talking about it as an object, then you'd say the Caribbean.
Okay.
If you're talking about it in an entertainment facility, like a movie, then it's the Caribbean.
Oh my! Thank you, thank you. You really settled a long-standing argument. I appreciate it.
I gotta get back to the beach.
All right, see you later, David. Wow, love that guy.
I love
Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Seems
Took
like a
your
nice
call
guy.
and
Yeah, I
He's
just
a busy
also,
guy.
I'm glad his
Especially
resorts
with
are doing so
especially
well.
with the time difference. over
Yeah.
there,
and he's wearing flip flops.
Yes.
That's what I always thought was so funny. You'd think he'd be wearing sandals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he gets that red chafing on the back of his heel.
Yeah, so he's got to wear the.
No one has time for that, especially when there's a lot of sand there. He doesn't want Dad getting caught in there.
Sandals.
Yeah.
Sandals, yeah. But anyways, originally Pirates of the Caribbean was supposed to be a walkthrough with wax figures, and then that ended up changing after the animatronics from the World's Fair and the how the boat ride from It's a Small World, and then the Abraham Lincoln from the World's Fair that they had with the animatronic robot. But anyways, the song Yo Ho Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me, that's made famous by Pirates of the Caribbean, and everybody knows that. It was sung by a group called the Mellow Men, a barbershop quartet that also sang. They also sang many other songs for Disney films, which you know the group when you hear it. They sing that song. They also sang backup for Elvis at one point. And the front man for the Mellow Men
This is an incredible name.
Was a gentleman by the name of Thurl Ravenscroft.
That he's also a king in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Thurl Ravenscroft, ready for this, was the voice of Tony the Tiger. So if you ever go to Disneyland and you ever ride those rides, or you watch old Disney cartoons and you hear the typical, like I think they did the Ichabod Crane theme song too for
nice.
that. You can distinctively, if you listen closely, the main singer for those is the voice of
He's great.
Tony the Tiger. Neil Hamburger doing their great.
Yeah. Neil Hamburger's Frosted Flakes.
Why did Neil Hamburger eat Frosted Flakes?
Why?
Because he was hungry. Yeah. All right. Well, that is good. And what's very interesting is I've heard other little factoids about that ride, about Pirates of the Caribbean. One, I heard that set, the actual ship, there's sort of a grand finale moment where you're confronted with the pirate ship.
Yeah.
I heard that's the ship they used in the Goonies movie.
Really?
Have you heard this?
I have not, but that's very interesting.
I don't think it's true.
It can't. The only reason I'd say it's not true is because Pirates of the Caribbean came out in the when Disneyland was unveiled early in like the late '60s. I don't have the exact date in front of me, but the Goonies didn't. Goonies, the movie was released in, I believe, unless Goonies took it from Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's what I was told. They used that.
So they could have used that for the filming of it, but that was an awfully big set. That's a big.
That's right, because it looks big. I think it was a situation where the imagination of young people, especially when you're very young, you're captive in a small boat.
Yeah.
You're going through this ride. Everything is larger than life. Mm-hmm. You see this ship. You think, well, where else have I seen a big ship? In Goonies, it must be, Sean Astin. And I think that's not the case. But, prove us wrong. If
Josh
you
Brolin.
have inside information about this movie and about that ship, call in.
Yep.
And also, please tell us how it's pronounced. Is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Ongoing debate.
If any of our listeners throughout the world, excuse me, we have listeners in the UK and South Africa, I know. How do you pronounce it? Because it may be different dialects over there as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the same pronunciation. They just have a different accent.
Different accents.
Why?
I'm also I'm reading a list of other Disneyland facts, and this is pretty cool. Apparently, and I cannot verify if this is true, the Matterhorn roller coaster at Disneyland has a secret basketball court inside of it for Disneyland staff to use.
It was a half court. There are photos of it. I'm not sure if it's still there because they recently renovated the Matterhorn. They recently renovated it, and it just reopened a year and a half ago, I believe, at Disneyland. But there is a video they do have of Disneyland, the renovations, and there is a short clip scene of the half court basketball hoop up in there. The workers,
it's a half court.
Yes, it's a half court. Disneyland, the Disneyland workers
ideal
used to
for games of horse.
They or mouse.
Yeah. Dunk contest.
Doggies.
So that is true. The Matterhorn did have a half court basketball hoop up in
It's
there.
a great ride.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It really is. There's a lot of speed. There's
Just a little bit of Yetis.
That's right. It's festive. It is. It's a little touch of the winter as well, which I always thought was cool.
And if you're going to Disneyland and you're with a group and you don't want to wait as long, here's a secret for a lot of amusement parks: split up. Because why do you need to sit next to somebody on a ride when you're going down it? You can cut the wait time in half generally if you take the single riders line. If you just go in the single riders line, say you're a single rider, and they'll let you cut in front of a lot of people because there's a lot of groups that can't accommodate full roller coasters or rides because they're either families or whatever. So
riders.
I also heard people were taking advantage of the fact that if you are in a wheelchair, you can cut to the front of the line. Some people were...
They've been changing...
They were sort of abusing that fact by having someone like pretend to be in a wheelchair for the day or something like that. Just... Not the most savory behavior. Yeah. So,
it's all right. It's fun because you're also getting wheeled around.
Exactly.
Which I always...
Just take turns. Sprain your ankle.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're going to be pretending to be injured, there's benefits that come beyond Disneyland. You get to, it's like being in a stroller or something.
You get to get all that sympathy.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
So Disneyland's got rides. Universal Studios also has rides.
That's right.
One of their rides is the Jurassic Park ride.
Yes, yes it is.
I was trolling the internet here, and I stumbled across a fact about Jurassic Park, the movie. In Jurassic Park, the movie, the dinosaurs are supposedly only on the screen for 15 minutes.
What, total?
Yeah, total. Of the 2-hour movie,
sense.
Of the 2-hour movie, there's only 15 minutes of actual dinosaur footage.
That's hard to believe. I mean,
which is coincidentally kind of like Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice character was only on screen for 17 minutes.
In the whole movie.
In the whole movie, out of an hour and a half, 2-hour movie.
Because Lydia was there, and what's the other guy's name? Oso or?
I can't remember their characters, but there was
Odo.
There was also Michael McKean.
Yeah.
Who it wasn't Michael McKean.
No, it's the child molester.
It was the child molester from Ferris Bueller. What's
and he
his
was
name?
also in the Devil's Advocate movie.
Yes, what the fuck?
He was jogging around the park.
The principal from Ferris Bueller, he got arrested.
Jeffrey Jones is the actor's name.
Several times.
For child
and
pornography.
And he was caught, and then he went back again.
Yeah, it really casts a pall over Ferris Bueller when you're watching it now.
But the good thing, he always played unlikable characters.
He did.
So it's not really
he knew who he was.
Yeah, the movies were not hurt, I think, in that way, because you can still watch him and be like, he sucks.
You just hate him even more now. Here's another fun fact about Jurassic Park. Jim Carrey also auditioned for the part of Ian Malcolm, which went to Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Also musician, jazz musician.
Yeah, I've seen him
Piano
play.
player.
He's a lot of fun. Yeah.
He says, a very, very strange thing. Nature.
Life finds a way.
You got to be very careful. David. That's Harvey Fierstein, of course.
Yeah.
Right? Who played his brother. Mm-hmm. And he worked at was it a magazine company or a cable company? A cable company. I think that was Jeff Goldblum's character was a mathematician or sort of a programming head at a cable company. And was it his brother? David. Mother. Remember Harvey Fierstein? He also played the makeup artist in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
He's also one of the great, Broadway characters and has a crazy voice. It's damaged. We could edit all this part out too.
No, this is...
That's good.
I'm trying. I'm lost in thought.
Yeah.
He said David. Remember he hung out... You know what? I'm thinking about Independence Day. That's got to be what it is.
Yeah,
that's got to be what it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
that was his father
in
Independence Day.
That's right.
Yeah, it was his father.
No. Yeah. Well,
Jeff Goldblum's father in Independence Day, but he was also... I think it's the same guy from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Harvey Fierstein.
Yes.
Fiddle
I think
on
that's
the
his name. Tradition.
But he's singing like this. One of the greatest, voice.
He's got like a Tom Waitian quality to his voice, where it's just like very sort of deep and throaty.
Let's just cut all this out. We got off track. It was my fault.
Oh no,
I was trying to be funny.
This is fun.
It's
fun.
You mess with.
Oh no, this is fun.
But there's what is the movie? It could be Independence Day, where Morgan Freeman, he says. Well, you know what? Just let's edit that out as well.
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
No, it was the hold on to your butts.
Oh, that's Samuel L. Jackson in Jurassic Park.
And I got him confused because I knew he wouldn't want me to get him confused.
Yes, just like the news anchor did.
That's right. That's right.
Lawrence Fishburne.
The news anchor was interviewing Sammy J.
Although imagining Samuel L. Jackson as Morpheus is pretty delightful. Do you want to take the red pill or the motherfucking blue pill?
The very short line for that job. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave that. Edit all that out too. Can we edit out my whole appearance on the show?
Yeah, I'll ADR you. I'll dub you in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Neil Hamburger for stopping by.
Yes.
Why would someone go on a program?
Now, Andrew, do you still own a 5-story rock club? 5 or 7?
It's an 8-story rock club.
8-story rock club in New York City, right? It's a rock venue.
It's called Santos Party House. It's 9 stories. On the first floor, we have coat check. So make your way in there, check your coat, check your shoes. It's like a bowling alley. Watch out, you got nothing to lose. Make your way up to the second floor where we have the restrooms. You get some water, no alcohol, no liquor. That's the third floor. That's where the bars are. If you want food, you want something to eat, go to the fourth floor. If you want to have some fun, listen to some music, go to the fifth floor. Sixth floor is where we offer dancing. So whatever tune you heard on the fifth floor, take it up, get it in your head, and go up and strut your stuff on the 6th floor. 7th floor is a chill out area. Just have a rest, chill up on the hill. That's what I say. Too much is too much sometimes. Have a rest. The 8th floor is where we say, you know what? We just wanted to have an 8th floor. There's nothing going on up there. Make of it what you will, but it is 8 floors. And then make your way back down and please leave because that is Santos Party House.
I love it.
Incredible. So the dancing floor, is there music there? Or do you have to remember the tune from the previous floor?
You can hear it.
Okay.
I think you can. I mean, obviously, if you're in a building, you hear things are,
Yeah, unless it's like very well insulated.
It's not that well insulated.
Okay.
So, no, you can hear it pulsating through.
Cool.
But
I'm just double checking because they did sound like very purposefully divided floors.
It is. We have a floor for every reason and a season for every floor.
Excellent.
And I would say, what's more, just take yourself where you want to go and have some fun. Like Elisa Lamb.
That's really cool. I've read about that, and it sounds very. I've never been to New York, and that's one.
I've been to New York, but this is the first I'm hearing about Santos Party House. But now I know where I'm going next time I'm in town.
If you live in New York, go there.
8 floors of partying.
But also in New York, another music venue of sorts is a place called Madison Square Garden.
Oh yes,
now
fine little indie club.
Everybody's familiar with Madison Square Garden. It's actually technically Madison Square Garden the 4th. Because on February 11th, 1968, the current Madison Square Garden, sometimes referred to as Madison Square Garden the 4th, opened after the Pennsylvania Railroad tore down the above-ground portions of Penn Station. So the current Madison Square Garden is where the old Penn Station was. The new structure was one of the first of its kind to be built above the platforms of an active railroad station. Now, the Madison Square, the original Madison Square, is at the intersection of Fifth Avenue and Broadway and 23rd Street. It was named after James Madison, the 4th President of the United States.
Great prez.
Yeah. And apparently on July 24th of last year, 2013, New York City Council voted to extend Madison Square Garden's lease 10 more years in an effort for the arena to move. So in 10 years, they're going to try and move Madison Square Garden so they can rebuild Penn Station.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the Madison Square Garden everybody knows about is technically the 4th, and the 3rd used to be at 5th and 49th, and from 1925 to 1968. So there was the 3rd Madison Square Garden was from 1925 to 1968. So the original opened in the first Madison Square Garden opened in 1879. So there we go. That's a little fucking trivia for you.
That's good. That boom goes the dynamite. That's what that is. Ended up doing poorly.
Yeah.
So
there's been 4 Madison Square Gardens.
That's a lot. Okay.
Shifting gears slightly,
yes.
You are also known for wearing all white, which is a look I very much admire.
Thank you.
We did a little research, and so we were curious about white T-shirts, and The earliest T-shirts date back to sometime between the Spanish-American War and the year 1913, when the U.S. Navy began to use them as undergarments. So, like, wear them under your uniform. That way you can wear a uniform more than one day before you sweat in it.
It is a funny idea because that really is the concept. Is I'm gonna wear clothes.
Yeah.
And I'd rather not have to wash them.
Exactly.
So I'll wear other clothes
under my garments,
under the clothes, so that these can be soiled instead of the other ones.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until after World War II that it became common to see veterans wearing their uniform trousers with T-shirts as just sort of casual clothing. The word T-shirt actually became an official American English word in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary in the year 1920. So there's a fun little piece of... and also, Marlon Brando did a lot for making them popular.
We have him to thank for the trend of just wearing a normal T-shirt. They became more popular in the 1950s after Marlon Brando wore one in A Streetcar Named Desire, finally achieving status as the fashionable standalone outerwear garments where you could just wear a T-shirt around town and you would tuck it into your trousers and your belt and all that, and you're just wearing a normal T-shirt. So we got to thank the great actor Marlon Brando for making them a common thing. Now I have to ask, how did you come up with just the white and the all white, or is it?
I'm puzzled myself now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, it could be Brando. It could be someone. I mean, I knew about the idea of this T-shirt. Just wear a shirt.
Yeah.
But why this shirt? I mean, I guess because it had no buttons.
Yeah.
So that's easier. It's short sleeve, so it's cooler.
Yeah, especially when you're up on stage under those hot lights.
Yeah.
It must be a little more breathable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that, and then you can, find it easily. I think the aspect that I could pretty much anywhere in the world I can find this shirt.
Yeah.
The white jeans are more tricky.
Yeah.
But they're just sort of a response to the shirt.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, it's like my hindquarters calling out. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
But we edited that out,
Call
right?
back to a non-existent segment.
Circle all
Haunted.
back. Okay.
Well, speaking of all over the world, here's a fun fact. Have you ever been to Italy?
Yes, I have.
You have. Have you ever been to the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
No.
You have not.
No.
Well, here's a fun fact about that. When you hear Leaning Tower of Pisa,
we're all thinking it.
When you hear Leaning Tower of Pisa, you think, oh, it's really leaning, and you see the photographs, but it's actually only leaning. I mean, it's still it's still a pretty big incline for a building to tell. But the Leaning Tower of Pisa is inclined by only 3.97 degrees. It's the bell tower, and I didn't know this. I didn't know this until I was reading about this. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is actually a bell tower for a nearby cathedral.
Huh.
So it's like people think it's just a tower.
It's not just a poorly constructed tower.
No, it's just this tower.
It's actually a bell tower that was constructed for a nearby cathedral. Construction. Some fun facts about the tower here. Construction on the tower occurred in 3 stages across 200 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Work on the ground floor of the white marble campanile began in August 14th of 1173. So they broke ground on the Leaning Tower in August of 1173.
Big old ribbon cutting ceremony.
Then the tower,
Golden shovel.
the tower,
Golden calf.
Yeah. Bring one in. Can we smelt this calf real quick? We got a ceremony tomorrow. We're going to build a tower. It's going to take 2 centuries, but it's going to be worth it.
Oh, my calf, my lower leg, my hind quarter.
We got to wait 200 years. I got a Charlie
golden
horse.
cankles.
I got a Charlie horse. The tower began to sink after construction had progressed to the 2nd floor.
That's when it started? The 2nd floor?
In 1178.
Okay, this doesn't seem good. Now,
should we just keep going until it's irreversible?
So they started in 1175, and it took them 3 years to get to the 2nd floor in 1178. So then, this was due to a mere 3-meter foundation set in weak, unstable soil, a design that was flawed from the beginning. So what they did then, this is how they got smart here. construction was subsequently halted for almost a century because the Republic of Pisa they've had a lot of battles.
Yeah, they were constantly engaged in war with Genoa and Lucca
They were
and
crooked.
Florence.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, but so while they were off murdering their friends and neighbors, this let the soil underneath it settle a little bit.
So they started.
Otherwise, it would have definitely toppled Jenga style.
Yeah, they started building it, and it was unstable ground. And then over time, after they fought war after war, the soil settled.
Yes,
and it's
Settling soil.
Settling soil, yeah.
Okay.
And
band.
this I don't know as well. There are 7. It's a 8-tiered. There's 7 tiers, and then there's the top of it. The actual
on the
top.
Okay.
And there are 7 bells in this tower, one for each note of the musical major scale.
Dun, 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 dun,
But that,
dun, dun, dun,
so the
dun,
largest
dun,
one of those was installed, I'm reading here, 1655, so...
And that was at the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
The highest floor.
The highest floor.
Yeah, so
And the highest floor is also the top?
Yes.
Okay.
I would hope so.
Yeah, so
But
that's...
one of
There's
my...
a lot of confusion.
I've
when it
seen
comes to
so
this.
the iconic picture when people visit the Leaning Tower of Pisa is they try to make it look like they're holding it up with their hands. But if you look this up, there's people who just they shift the angle slightly, so you just see a bunch of weird people like holding the air, not at all touching the tower. It's fantastic.
amazing. Look that up.
Or they straighten out the tower.
Yeah,
And everyone else
so they're
is
just like,
tilted.
what are you doing?
They're trying to lift up the
It's like the people. It's like the same thing where people try to look like they're holding the Eiffel Tower in their hands.
Yeah, that's always...
Yes, that as well.
Yeah, like I'm crushing your head thing.
I got to say now here's a little fun fact. I don't know how. I guess I don't know if you do a lot of these, but my buddy Eric Wagler got married a few years ago in Michigan, and you performed their reception there.
Yes.
The Waglers. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You performed at their wedding, and so
All right.
there's a small world there. I just thought I'd bring that up. Very good
Congratulations.
friends of mine.
And they did get a divorce, or is that... Because I heard after the
yes, but only
reception-
because you didn't do an encore.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I had a lot of things, and
Yeah.
there was talk
Listen,
that
you gotta
after...
get some cake.
Yeah.
They said that she wanted me to play, he didn't, or vice versa. And then after the reception, there was a lot of anger, and it was just a slippery slope. But they held out for a few years, and
Yeah,
I would like to take credit. Whatever bad or good happens, I would like to think I had something to do with it.
They're good guys. They're good band too. They got a band. Our
they-
bands. They were in a band, and we were in a band in Michigan in my early 20s.
Okay.
And we played a lot, and we've been friends for a while. Then they're huge fans of yours. I'm a huge fan of yours.
Thank you very much. You're not that huge. I mean, what are you, 6'1"?
He lost a lot of weight.
5'10". I've been working
Yeah.
out. I'm on protein shakes now. daily.
Chest protein.
Chest protein.
Yes.
It's,
Okay.
It's like whey protein, only it's ground
Yeah,
up chest.
it's similar to ball-shaped nuggets. It's just protein extracted from the chest.
Pure 100% chest protein.
25 grams of chest protein.
Boy, oh boy. Well, here we are. I mean, we're at Meltdown Comics.
Yeah.
Meltdown Comics.
I'm having a meltdown and eating caviar, and I'm feeling good.
And then you can have some
Yeah.
comics afterwards.
There
it's
we
all
go.
coming together.
I'll read a Daniel Clowes comic and
Yeah.
just...
Yeah, nothing
beef.
existentially unsettling about those at all.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Or
If you like
or
those, you
could
should
just
check out a
you could
Shia LaBeouf
check-
comic. I think you were going for the same bit.
I was going for the same easy joke.
You know, don't give him that. Edit that out, too, please.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to read a Peter Bag comic.
Oh, very nice. He's
Little hate.
Yeah.
A little hate.
That's
well,
awesome. Well,
yeah.
we're approaching the end of the episode.
Yes. Thank
was
you. Yeah.
After all that?
Yeah. After all that, thank you so
We're
much.
at,
Man.
what,
This is a lot of
45
fun.
minutes?
That's what's
50
so funny. It's like it's slightly depressing that it's over.
Yeah.
It's obviously also a relief. I guess that's kind
That's
of
how
like...
all good podcasts
it's
should
like
be.
life. It's
Yeah,
like,
you're like,
this
well,
is
thank
it.
God this is done, but now what? What do I do next?
Like, I was hoping it was going to be so much less and more. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apart from the Music Saved Live show you have coming up, or you have a tour coming up, I understand.
Worldwide tour, right?
Wow.
Yep. It's called Existence. It involves me not being dead.
Perfect. That sounds like the best kind of tour for you to be involved with.
Apart from that, I'm trying to have an apartment and have a party. So,
Nice. So where can people find you on the World Wide Web if they
Yeah,
want to learn more about you or go see you in concert?
Obviously http://www.andrewwk.com. That's ANDREWWK.com.
Yeah. You can follow him on Twitter at Andrew W.K. You can follow him on Instagram at Andrew W.K. And if you scroll through our photos, I made a really funny, a few months ago, I did a mashup of Andrew W.K's I Get Wet cover with Louis C.K.
Wait, what? Uh-oh.
And there's a really funny, it's a Photoshopped photo with it'll be on Andrew's thing. He screenshotted it as well, but it's Louis C.K. with a bloody nose and Andrew's hair, and it's Andrew C.K. or Louis W.K. I Get Wet. It's really funny. You should check it out. It's really funny. I made it.
CK1.
CK1. Yeah, it's a good album.
WK Envy. Obsession. I am obsessed with
Andrew W.K.'s
Mark Maron.
cologne. Yeah, that was a good podcast. He was also on the Mark Maron WTF podcast.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you can listen to that now because you've listened to all of this.
Listen to all of this and then go back and listen to his other podcast.
Or listen to them both at the same time on top of each other,
if
you will hear Pink Floyd.
If you pan them to the left and to the right,
nothing will make sense.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez. Edit all that out too. Because that's.
This podcast is going to end up being like a 4-minute.
Yeah, but you know what? People appreciate brevity. Brevity is the soul of wit.
A 4-minute NPR. What's that fucking with Ezra?
Fresh Air.
Yeah. No.
Marketplace.
Wait. Don't tell me.
All things considered.
Yeah.
Morning edition.
I'm David Siegel.
And I'm. Oh, I was doing Robert Teagle's
This
voice.
American Life.
I'm Lakshmi Singh.
This is This American Life.
I'm Robert Siegel.
I'm Robert Siegel.
In Portland today, they announce a new...
This is NPR.
Brought to you by Zocalo Public Square. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, guys. If you want to find us on the internet, we are at TWL Podcast. You can find us on Facebook. Today we learned with Razzle and Dan. You want to interact with us personally, you can find Razzle at My Name is Razzle2, and I am at OsteoFerocious. Thank you so much for listening.
Absolutely, we say it every week, but we want to thank you all for listening. We want to thank Andrew for stopping by, taking the time out to be our guest, and we want to thank everybody for downloading and subscribing. And if you can't find your favorite episode, hopefully it's this one, and tell your best friend to download and subscribe to it. And if you haven't yet, give us a 5-star rating on iTunes and leave a comment and just tell the world about this podcast. We appreciate your support and your continued support, and let's try and take over the world with knowledge and humor and just, being silly and stupid like I generally am. So thanks for your support, and give us good comments and reads and 4 stars and all that stuff. And drive safe. Have a great week. And we'll see you next week, or you'll hear us next week. Thanks, guys. Rock and roll. And as always, Dan always has something to say.
I didn't fall. The floor just needed a hug.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.